I grew up in an environment where my mother was vegetarian, and she grew all of her veggies, and she planted. She knew so much about growing veggies that she had every neighbor plant something different, so that when it was time to harvest, everybody harvested each other, their plants, and they gave each other all across Inlet Street, because we lived on a street called Inlet Street. And so everybody grew something different. So when it was time to harvest it, we got together and they shared whatever they had grown. And of course, she was so good at what she did that she actually grew root beer.
All I ever knew was farming. I mean, I was working with him when I was 6 years old. I was out there, he'd be plowing with a mule or a horse. The horse name was Molly and the mule name was George. I remember that. I used to plow Molly myself, which is kind of funny because the horse, he was so rapid. My brother, I'd have to hold Molly back from my younger brother. He'd hold the plow. We'd plow. My brother didn't like it. So we did that, and my father, what he did was he purchased land. The man didn't have an education. He couldn't read nor write. We had enough sense to purchase land. He was always a land owner. We didn't have to rent, and he owned a store. He did this. He was just a natural entrepreneur. So I grew up not wanting to work for anyone else. It's for myself, being independent. I mean, if I'm 6 years old working on a mule scoop with him, he would plow areas for other people, and they would give him a portion of the harvest. And he did that for quite some time, and he did quite well. My sister said we was poor, but we had everything that we needed. They left the farms because they could no longer, there was truck farming or whatever. They worked for somebody else on the land, and they could never get ahead because of the games people were playing back then. It was basically thieves as far as I'm concerned. And they would make sure that they never got ahead. What they would do is they give you so much, you plant a crop, and you're supposed to pay the person back. It never quite happened that way. It was always in the hole. And to get away, people had to leave during the middle of the night sometimes just to escape to the larger cities. They left those country places and jumped on a freight train or whatever, or got a ride with somebody to places like Chicago and Detroit. That's what they did in my hometown.
That one of the things that really, what Lynn was saying, that really caused problems for particularly African Americans is that some of us grew up a certain way, maybe poor, what have you. And I think that television, with soap operas, and all that was introduced, I think that they were so desperately trying to have what they saw others have that they decided that they would do things like what they saw everybody else doing. And they did not see people that had farming. They did not see people that they wanted to be like, or people that they was working for, doing the things that they was doing at home. Therefore, when they would go to the city, or not even to the city, when they would go to school through integration, they would see that people that they wanted to have as much as they had was doing things the same way. So all of a sudden, a farming, growing a garden was not too cool, because their friends that they met in school that wasn't in the same neighborhood that they was in wasn't farming. So I think that technology, like we were talking earlier, technology caused them to stop that tradition of growing things for themselves and start going to Publix, because the people that they want to be like was going to Publix. Those are external happiness, that's not internal. You can't, none of that helps you if you're not happy from the inside. But you're still gonna go home unhappy if you're not happy on the inside. So that's what I think we have to find a way to help, like the garden. If we can get them to eat foods that's good for them on the internal, then the outside you'll see it.